Plaintiff Kenneth Cotton worked with the defendant, and after she became his manager, Kenneth claims she manipulated another employee to report him for workplace violence, and as a result, he was fired. Kenneth is suing her today for a loan plus interest. Defendant Kenyatta Johnson says she had nothing but problems with Kenneth while working together. And not only was he aggressive with her, but other employees as well.
Start with you.
Yes, sir. So, Your Honor, I have never met someone who would blatantly stab me in my back after trying to help them until I met Mrs. Kenyatta. In March of this year, she was...
Blatant typically means wide open where others can see.
Exactly.
All right, so you have witnesses. Go ahead.
Yes. So, March of this year, Kenyatta was promoted.
Where you all know each other from?
We work for the same company, Your Honor.
Since when?
Since her company that she worked for previously merged with the company that I worked for 2020. That's when the companies merged.
Okay, so you all have known each other since 20. How have your working relationship been?
She was always at a different store location,
okay. So
it was pretty good. We had minimal contact.
Okay, it was pretty good as long as she was away. It was when she came over to your place of employment it went bad, if that's the case. Did you all ever end up working together in the same facility?
Yes, in March.
How did that go? That's when working together is what I'm trying to find out.
So with her coming from a different store and me coming from a different store, we had slight managerial differences. And I had been a top sales associate in the company, which had over 600 stores for the last 4 years running, even as a full-time college student. Excellent. I maintained sales leadership. Excellent. And that's when she initially came over, and since she was new, I had to help her excessively to complete her job duties. Pretty much anything that had to be done on the computer, she was asking me to be her help when it came to technological savvy.
And you helped her?
Of course, of course.
Got a little more help in you?
Not right now.
I need that help. Okay, so you all have known each other since 20. How have your working relationship been?
She was always at a different store location, so it was pretty good. We had minimal contact.
Okay, it was pretty good as long as she was away.
Defendant Kenyatta Johnson is being sued by her former co-worker, who claims Kenyatta falsely accused him of workplace violence, and as a result, he was fired.
So you all were getting along. Did you ever fall out? Aside from what we're here for today, did you all ever fall out about anything in the workplace?
Nothing major, just small things like organization, management,
and different in management
what to
styles.
do with the customer.
All right, and you all are in management?
Yes.
And you finish where at school? What college?
I'm a proud graduate of the University of South Alabama.
There you go, right on.
Thank you, thank you.
My daughter started at Alabama State, Jade.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Alabama.
Hornets.
I go to Huntsville all the time and speak for the Seventh-day Adventist school there, Huntsville University of Oakwood. All right, moving along. I'm proud of you. That's what I'm here to say about that. That's why I was asking you. Let me hear from you.
Hello, Judge. Well, yes, Kenneth is right. I did merge in. I started in Pensacola as an regular salesperson. Within 6 months, I moved into assistant management position. Mm-hmm. They moved me from assistant management to store manager in Gulfport, Mississippi.
For the entire store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
So, they transferred me to Gulfport, Mississippi, where I was a store manager there. While I was a store manager in Gulfport, I was driving backwards and forward from Gulfport to Mobile, training Kenneth and the store manager there, their duties as delivery, because
You were training
Kenneth. He was assistant manager.
Okay, but you had to train him. He said he was training you. She said she was training you. You said you were training her. Which one is right?
So she's DOT certified, And in order to drive,
Go ahead, man.
So,
That was a very easy question. I trained her or she trained me, or we trained each other, Go ahead.
she's not speaking about when she was a
Pardon me?
manager. She's not speaking on when she was a manager. She was speaking when she worked in a different state.
So I was training them how to get their team prepared for self-service delivery.
And
Which
it
was something
involved-
new.
She trained you, though.
Yes.
She wasn't training someone else. We're talking about you.
So
Not directly, Your Honor. Not
She
directly.
didn't train you directly?
No, sir. No, sir. The way,
Man,
so
Did you deal directly with him?
I dealt directly with him and the store manager there.
Let's move on. Ain't nobody playing no little word game. Go ahead.
So
After you didn't lie.
upon me training them, the company got rid of the store manager that was in Mobile and transferred me, which now I'm up under a 2-year contract as a store manager in Mobile. When I became the store manager in Mobile, dealing with different management experience that Kenneth's background was under, which was not the company way, he didn't want to follow the rules. I had numerous problems with Kenneth. He's coming to work late. He's pretty much just had anger issues, not only
Toward
against
who?
not only against me, through other
Give me some
employees.
examples.
So he had done a big sale, and when he done a big sale, he pretty much bribed the customer to purchase a merchandise, telling her
How
that
so?
that the merchandise would fit in her home. Never been to the customer home, not knowing that whether or not this merchandise could fit in her home or not, he sold her the merchandise. So that made the customer have to come in and downsize. With me doing the lead work with the customer and trying to get her to not have bad feelings towards the company, I got her to downsize into something else. Therefore, after I got her to downsize, with the his sale, not his whole sale, but half of his sale became my sale. Kenneth came to work, looked at the computer, got mad and punched the desk real hard. So the sales associate came up to him and said something to him, "Get out my face, don't say anything to me," and walked away from her.
Okay. You want to address that?
yes, sir. So we get paid on commission. It's a commission-based job. Once you make a sale, that's how you get paid. And when Kenyatta came in, the way that Sears did
Let's
it,
talk about the anger outburst. If that happened, explain that. That's what the focus is on now. We done went through all
Okay.
that
Yes, sir.
training and who did what and all the management, all that. Let's move on, sir. You didn't
Yes,
did
sir.
that. You didn't run that game and it didn't work. Go ahead. Now, tell me exactly this incident she's referring to where you bammed on the thing and you went off on your colleague. That's what I want to hear about. Did it happen? And if it did, tell me how it happened.
no, sir, there was no banging, there was no shouting between me and another sales
Okay,
associate.
she made that up.
Yes, sir.
All right, good enough.
So-
you have any evidence of that?
He's unemployed. He's no longer with us because of that.
Defendant Kenyatta Johnson is being sued by her former coworker, who claims Kenyatta falsely accused him of workplace violence, and as a result, he was fired.
What happened to your job?
Yes, sir. So she manipulated one of our employees
What was the reason they told you they were terminating you?
due to workplace violence.
And who was that against, they said?
That was against me training another
The
associate.
person that she's referring to?
No.
It wasn't the person, who was the person? It wasn't the person that she said walked up to your desk.
No, sir. It was not.
It was
I have
another
a wit-
person you went
I have
off
a witness
on, huh?
statement. I have a witness statement from the witness.
Saying what?
I was not aggressive. I was not
Okay,
being
you're giving it to
hostile.
the wrong person. You should have gave it to the boss that fired you, or human resources. Did they have a human resources department?
So yes, when I spoke
Did they
to,
look into it?
yes, sir.
What did they conclude?
They conclude that anytime that you raise your voice, that's considered to be workplace.
Okay, let's move on. And they concluded that you did wrong, and you were terminated, right? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what
Yeah,
they concluded.
you're coming across as dishonest. I got to tell you that. And so I don't believe you. I believe her over you. Your credibility is damaged. You started out saying that you trained her. I had to train her all the time, and she wasn't learning, and she wasn't this and that. Here come to find out she trained you. So tell me about this loan you're suing for, sir.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. So,
How does she owe you?
on May 10th of this year, Miss Kenyatta approached me. She was on the phone with a lawyer trying to get somebody's freedom from incarceration. And she asked me, did I know anything about getting power of attorney for someone? And I didn't have any knowledge of that, so I told her no. But I did tell her if she needed something, let me know. And us only being coworkers, I'm thinking her needing something is going to be her needing the day off to go handle things with the courtroom and things with the lawyer. And so 20 minutes later, after speaking back to the lawyer, she approached me again. And she was very frantic. She was very nervous, and she asked me, can she borrow $820 on May 10th? And that she will repay me back on May 13th, which was that Friday when we got paid. So we entered into a verbal contract.
And that she told you that was for bond?
She didn't say exactly.
For the lawyer?
She didn't say exactly.
Okay. Whatever it was, sir, you should know that waiting 3 days would not have, no one would have died.
Exactly.
So if she can get the money in 3 days, you wait those 3 days.
And that's what made me safe with the loan, the fact that it was only for 3 days.
That should have made you suspicious. And that's why can't you wait those 3 days? And if she'd have said, well, I want to get them out right away as soon as possible, well, I'm not going to give you my money for a 2-day wait for somebody I don't even know.
Your Honor.
Did you know the person?
I did not know the person,
Right.
Your Honor.
I was not giving it to the lawyer. The lawyer definitely wait.
Now, Your Honor, I have...
Yes, ma'am. You wanted to interrupt and say what?
Yes, sir. Kenneth is right, but he was in there in the room prior to me having the conversation, and his exact words were, look, I don't like to see anybody down. Okay.
From time he asked if you need help, you agreed you did? You asked him for it?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what was offered?
$820.
Okay. So I'll give you $820 because that was the amount of the bill?
Yes, yes, sir. It was, I'm assuming it was a bill I had got. At this point in time, I didn't know.
What did you do with the money?
So I have a friend that's incarcerated, and the money, I had got a phone call saying that this was to help him get out of jail. And Kenneth was standing there when I was going through it, and it was like, if I don't give him the money at this point in time.
You gave it to a different person, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
He gave you that money for one purpose, you used it for another. That's criminal conversion. Have a good
that's
day.
what he gave it to me for.
You just said it was for a different person.
No, he gave it to me to pay.
And you gave it to a different person.
That's what he gave it to me for. He knew what he was.
Why did we get the different then?
He knew what he was giving it to me for.
Is there 2 people involved or not? 2 people in jail or not?
No, it's
she was scammed out of the money, Your Honor.
By who?
Whoever she was speaking to, the lawyer on the phone, wasn't actually a real person.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear you say any of that.
That's what I was getting ready to explain.
No, you had already explained it. What do you mean you getting ready to explain? I gave it to a person that gave it to somebody else to get out of jail. You were very clear.
Defendant Kenyatta Johnson is being sued by her former co-worker, who claims Kenyatta falsely accused him of workplace violence. And as a result, he was fired.
So, once again, you say that she gave it to the wrong person. How did she get in touch with this wrong person?
I'm not sure who she was speaking to originally. They were already on the phone. And I'm working. I'm doing my daily duties.
Where did you intend for the money to go, sir?
I sent
to
it
the person that was released?
Yes, it was supposed to.
And it went to the person that was released?
Your Honor.
The claim is dismissed. Yeah. Both of you are confused or dishonest. Have a good day.
I have no ill feelings, no ill intent towards you. I wish you nothing but the best.
I wish you nothing but the best, but